Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. How's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back for another episode of The Gaming Express, which is my personal video game review show, which I haven't updated with a new video in a very long while, but we are finally back. And on today's episode, we will focus on Awesomenauts, which is a 3v3 action MOBA game, which has been recently released for Steam on PC for the price of $10. This game is also playable on Xbox Live, so this is console playable. And on today's episode, we will give out our personal opinions and take a quick look at the game itself by playing the tutorial. Before doing that, let me show you the settings, the different options and help settings for this game. You have the how to play feature here, which is basically a small walkthrough of what this game basically consists of. You have the control settings, which you can set up into by your own liking. You have your graphic and audio settings as well, and you have the credits and your personal stats from winning matches and losing matches as well. So let's play the tutorial without further ado. In a remote part of the galaxy, a never-ending binary war rages between the robot armies of the ones and the zeros. Both seek to obtain the most valuable and scarce metal called solar. The liquid metal is drilled from the cores of planets and asteroids by means of huge installations. The robot armies spend fortunes to hire the most elite teams of mercenaries in the entire galaxy to fight for them. These teams are called Awesomenauts. One of these mercenaries goes by the name of Sheriff Lone Star 3 Dots. And here you have your in-game cutscene, which is your basic introduction to the game. And basically what this little alien boss tells Lone Star is that he has to defeat minions and get some resources for his army, and he will tell you about some of the things that are upcoming in this tutorial. So minions are droids basically in this game, and turrets are your towers from other games like LOL or Dota or Heroes of New Earth, all these other MOBA games. There's a lot of similarities going on here. So as you can hear, the enemy base is typically protected by large turrets, which you have to destroy in order to get an advantage in the map. And in this tutorial, you only get to play as Lone Star, which is your most basic character in the game. He's a melee, very balanced character, and as soon as you spawn in the game, you have already something to do, which is very mobile and fun. And since we have lost a bunch of health, we have to kill these little critters right here, which will provide you with globes of health. Very useful critters. And now we have to move on. Oh, we have one more critter, actually. We don't need that many globes, though. But anyway. So yes, critters are easily killed. They drop a nice cash and health bonus. Moving on, you have the base right here, which is also your shop. And you can easily recover your health here. And here we're going to buy our first spell, which is a Dynamite Explosion. Now we're going to exit from the shop and move on. When your team's drill core is destroyed, you lose the game, protected at all costs. So basically, when your drill here is destroyed, your base is destroyed, and you lose the game, you lose the match. And here we have to destroy the alien right here, but we have to use our main spell, which you can aim and hold down the button, the right-clicking button, mouse button, I mean. Moving on. So here you have to press the S button to fall down. You can basically fall down from glass platforms like these, but you can't do that with actual ground. So you can only do that move with glass platforms. Moving on. So to get more equipment, to purchase items, you have to collect solar coins, which are gatherable from minions or critters that you can kill in the map.
That red turret don't look so good. It's all covered in muck.
You can clear the muck right here from the turret by using the main spell, which is what we did successfully right here. And here we found an ally. He's another hero from the game called Froggy G, who's also a very mobile character, a lot more faster than Lone Star, and he can use water spells to move along the map. He's very fast. But now he's taking damage like a fool, and we don't have any minions to protect ourselves from the incoming shots from the turret. So now we're gonna wait for these minions so that we can actually start destroying the turret from behind these minions. so that they can take the damage for us instead. And we're doing that really quickly because this tutorial is supposed to be rather easy. And as soon as we kill minions, you can also, oh right, I forgot to mention this, but when your minions die, they also drop solar coins, which you can also collect as well. And on top of that, you can steal your opponent's coins. If they have killed their own minions or other minions, you can steal their coins by, you know, taking the advantage in the map. And here we have another Lone Star opposing us. Quite easy to kill. He's being quite retarded. But that's supposed to be this way, and you can use the turret to kill him as well, which is quite an awesome move. But oh, I also forgot to mention the art of this game is very smooth and polished, very comic-y, and the music is amazing. Every character in this game has their own theme music, which I found to be amazing. And each character has some sort of historical, like some sort of a background, and they have their own accent. Like Lone Star, for example, is your typical Western cowboy, whereas Froggy G is more of like the urban gangster, which is super hilarious in my opinion. So now that we've actually played the tutorial, we can move on and do a practice match. And I'm gonna choose a new map, which I have unlocked recently by playing several games, and I'm gonna choose a different character this time. Let's see. How about we play Yuri? I haven't played Yuri in a very long while, actually. He's quite new. You can unlock him. Certain heroes will be unlockable as soon as you reach a certain level, so you can't play all the heroes when you start as level 1. You have to play many matches to get all the heroes available. And in this game, you don't have to use real-life money in order to purchase heroes, unlike other games like LOL. And this is a very, you know, not a lot of heavy strategy going on. People won't be whining in the chat room. In fact, you can barely see anyone chatting in the chat section because everyone is being so... I would say, in my personal opinion, that this game is very focused on casual players. Although you can be quite skillful at this game, you can... I don't know, I think this game is personally made... It's made... Sorry, I was being distracted because this Leon just killed me and he kicked my ass. But anyway, I think personally that this game is geared towards casual players. Even though you'll have your, you know, elitist group here and there, you'll find some anal players playing in some matches. I think this game is not supposed to be taken quite seriously. Instead of like Dota 2, which is very focused on strategy and specific gear builds and whatnot, here your item, you don't have a wide variety of items. You have a specific, you know, set of items, and you have only 2 spells, as you might have noticed, and you have oh, I forgot to mention this too. Every hero has a unique sort of jump. A certain character might, you know, be able to fly around the map, while another may, you know, just leap around instead of, you know, float in the air. There's, for instance, Vortak, or I don't remember his name exactly, but the alien dude, the support class, basically can levitate around the map. He can float around momentarily to find a certain hero, an ally of his, and quickly find him to heal him. Yuri, for instance, right here, the character that we're playing, he can fly around the map if you hold down the space button, which is very helpful since he's a, you know, support class who's really slow. Flying will help him quite a bit to avoid many attacks, incoming attacks from the ground level. But you have your usual, also you have this section of the map, which is kind of like the bush in League of Legends, where you can hide in here and by surprise, you know, kill your opponent. Also, in this map, you have this little spot right here, which you can stand on. You stand on this button, you have a worm that pops out, and you can easily kill an enemy, one-shot them, but you don't actually get points for yourself. You get points for the whole team instead. which is also a a nice gesture if you want to help out the whole team. And you know, if you have a certain ally that's not doing so well, you can always help out by one-shotting these mobs. And here we are dying because I don't know how to play Yuri well. Honestly, I should have picked Froggy G, but I wanted to try something new, you know? But again, as soon as you respawn in the game, when you die and respawn, you have something to do. You can already collect points, and you do your best to catch all these points as you're falling with this little missile. And each item costs about 130 solar points, which is, you know, reasonable. And the only complaint I have about this game is the AI, how the AI work out. Their level progression is so ridiculous that some heroes will be practically annoying to fight, like Clunk, for instance. If you're playing against a bot Clunk, who's the tank class of Awesomenauts, you'll have a hard time actually defeating him if you don't know what you're exactly doing in the first place. And he's very tanky, and he's quite overpowered in late game. At least in my opinion, that's how I think he is. Lone Star is a very balanced character. Yuri's not bad as well. Coco, I don't like Coco because she's not my type of character. She doesn't do a lot of damage. Instead, she's more of a... she's kind of like a debuffer. She slows enemies to help, you know, your allies get the kills. Yuri's very interesting. He can do a lot of damage if you know how to use him well. You can drop mines with him, which is very fun. And I like the fact also that this MOBA game is kind of like, it's very cartoony and it has this space feel to it. Like League of Legends and Dota 2 and Heroes of Newerth are all fantasy-based games. They have this weird background, and you know, they have a lot of heroes. Some heroes will have some steampunk feel to them. Others will be more traditional, and you know, some will be more bestial and animalistic. But this game is very, I don't know, it's quite fun. The way that it's designed is just perfect to me, and the music gets me motivated to, you know, kill enemies, and it doesn't bore you out. When you respawn, you'll maybe have a different soundtrack that'll play along. And again, as I've said before, each hero has their own theme song. Once you, for instance, if you look up their history and what they can do, their unique abilities, there will be a unique theme song that will play in the background. But the minions in this game aren't that strong, although the tourists are really hurtful. That's also a complaint that I have. And why would Froggy G be named Claire? That's kind of weird. Kind of weird, to be honest. Anyway. But yeah, a lot of action and mobility going on in this game. You'll see a lot of people jumping around, and that's why you have these different platforms set around the map. And also, forgot to mention this MOBA game is 2D, so that's also a unique feature that this game has. Very fun game. Overall, I'd give it a 8 on 10. It's not that amazing, but it's a nice game to play when you want to cool off from other games like StarCraft or any other games that, you know, suck your life in, like World of Warcraft. This is a nice game to play here and there when you're, you know, you want to have some fun, you know, find your friends and just have a blast. But let's actually leave this game and see what else there is. Okay, so you can set up a private match and play with your friends against AI bots. Then you can also join a quick match that's already in progression. So you can already skip the game session setup, or you can join a battle, set up a battle, and actually, you know, take your time to set up your skills and choose the appropriate hero. But also you have the achievements as well that you can collect from Steam, which are quite easy to attain, in all honesty. But you also have the leaderboard chart, which classes all the top players and whatnot in a very fashionable manner. But that's all for Awesomenauts. There are no purchasable items with real-life money. again, this is a very nice game to play. You can follow the official forums, and you can follow the developers on Twitter or Facebook. And that's basically all I had for today on today's Gaming Express show, guys. Thanks for watching again. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you later for upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.